Hello and welcome to my project demonstration. And my client is a local bike owner. He's old and he cannot remember his password that are encrypted. So he needs a password manager that is hidden. And on the surface, this programs appear as simply a software to find the rental rate per hour of a valid bike as a shop. Let's test this out. So for now, I don't know which bikes are available, so I input X, which returns this list of available numbers. Available bikes, if I enter a bike that doesn't exist or enter an invalid input like a string, it does not work. So now I have to enter a number that actually exists, for example 15 or 200. Then they returned the rental rate, which was 310 yen per hour for bike 15 and 310 yen per hour for bike 200. Now if I see that the console is getting a little bit crowded, I can simply just clear and everything is reverted. And now to access the hidden passcode manager, I have to enter the code, which is currently now Karizawa. Then I gain access to the passcode manager, which allows me to access these commands. So let's test them out. First is the view passcode. Let's view the passcode for, you can view for multiple, separate by comma. Let's view passcode 200, 201, 203. Oh, okay, so they don't exist. So then bike 190, bike 200, and bike 170. Alright, then I have to use the right key to decrypt it, Kurizawa, and then the passcode is exactly for debugging purpose only. The passcode is matching. Now if I want to update, change the password into something more secure. Let's change bike code 90 to something more secure like 4532. Then I have to enter the password again. But there's a very important accessibility feature here, is that old people, sometimes they misspell, they have a lot of typos, and that is really annoying to circumvent. And sometimes typos can break inputs because, for example, I want to decrypt or encrypt this, I have to use that exact thing. So if it's wrong and I have another validation, then they have to enter it over and over again, which is really annoying to them. And furthermore, in order to get access to this passcode manager in the first place, they have to write the code correctly. So it's safe that they are allowed to have some typos here because they already have to enter it once. So therefore, if I enter Karuiza W, then it still works. Now to show that it works, I have to key the password again. Which bike password you like to check? So which bike was 190. Then I enter the normal key, which is tada, Karizawa, and it is the password we entered, 4532 and 4532. Next is to create a password that doesn't exist yet. Let's 203 will exist, or 203 did not exist. So then I would create let's create the passcode of if I enter something that's not valid, like a 6-digit number, or like a string, or anything that is not a 4-digit number because the bike uses a 4-digit padlock, then I have to enter it again. Let's try it carefully. Let's do 7654. Then I have to enter the key, and it's done. And let's view the password then. Let's do password 203. And another thing here is that if the password is completely wrong, like Karizawef, then the program will continue to say that the password is incorrect, and I'll have to enter the right password again. So there is leeway, but there is still enough security in the passcode. So now, I encrypt it and decrypt it. Karizawa, is it 7654? It is 7654. The next step is to delete the passcode. which let's delete the passcode we just created. So, I am accidentally entered something that's not valid. Then I delete 203. Then when I want to view 203 again, it says not valid, and I have to view another passcode. The next feature is to ensure that there is some flexibility, the customization. That if the code, maybe the code Karizawa is compromised, or the owner wants to have another code, then they would go here and go to option 5. So first they have to enter the current access code, which if they get wrong, they actually have to get it very accurate this time, because this affects the entire way they access and control the program. So yep, if I try 3 more times wrong, it's going to exit to normal mode again. So I have to be careful and write the current passcode, and then please enter a new access code. Then I have to enter maybe Ali Khan, and if my passcode doesn't match, for example, Nhan here, it's going to make me enter it again. So I have to enter Ali Khan twice. Access code change successfully. How do we check this? We go to view again. Let's view which bike have we not changed the default password. Bike 140. Then we would have bike, for example, use icon 0140. That's the right code, default code. And now for option 6 and 7, option 6 return to the passcode manager. So to the normal exit the passcode manager. So it goes back to the default. So the thing is, if I use the previous code Karizawa, it doesn't work, but I have to use my new code, which is Ali Khan. And last but not least, I have to try out the exit the entire program. So what this do is that it would stop everything completely, even the default program. Thank you for listening.